gonna... We're good. We've got everything set up. Test 1, 2. Alright. Load game, I guess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't...
Did we restart again?
Yes, but no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but... Like, we are officially at the start of the time.
Yeah, we're at the beginning. Chapter 1.
Okay, well, how do we want to approach it this time, actually? Let's put some thought into this before we just rock in. We've done an ending where we
Believe in the
found...
power of love.
Yeah.
We've done a, like, straightforward photo route.
Yeah, like the stabby stab route. Love route. We did the route where we just ran away, and that didn't actually do anything for us. Or did it? Almost did something for us.
It did. It started things, but I don't think that would do it anything again. If we just silently continue.
You make your way up the short path. A warning.
When we tried to just leave, it gave us a chance to turn back and talk to her more. Maybe we could do like that. They did say paths that we've already done won't be open to us, so I'm pretty sure no matter how we...
The interior of the cabin is almost
We'll unlock
entirely
something.
bare. The air is the blade is your implement.
I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
It's gonna be more
The
weary.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly. Her voice carries up.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it fool you.
I don't know what to do different.
Checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. The blade tumbles out of your trap.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. We don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
We're not doing that route. I don't know. Yeah, it's
I
pretty
know.
awkward.
I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Yeah.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
That's true. Should ask him, do you know why I'm here?
Yeah.
Do you?
Maybe lie to her. I don't think we've lied to her yet.
No.
You're lying.
Oh.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
Hmm.
You could just say, okay, we've talked enough and finally.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too solid.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the...
I'm gonna go check for a key.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh, we're getting the
You
same
hear the
ending.
click. Is someone else here?
But we have the knife this time, so it is technically deafened.
No, we had the knife last time this happened.
No, we left it at the top last time this happened.
Oh yeah, we threw it down the stairs anyway, so we were in
Yeah.
the same spot.
You try the door. You're here. You make your way back. Easier.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what
Well, we could
happens.
just slay her now, and that's deafened, yeah.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Oh, I don't know. This
I like how that's blacked out. You can't choose that.
this could have been an option though.
Yeah, you're too injured though. Or
But
something.
no, this would have led to a ending we would have gotten.
Oh, probably. Maybe that's why. Yeah,
Yeah.
then she like claws her way out and screams. Yeah.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly,
Yeah, it is an
it's a
asshole.
miracle anyone is still standing.
I swear, it's just our own brain.
Oh yeah.
Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? The
Fair.
princess doesn't do our friend in herself. Internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow. but
She's
you
just
push
really
through
good
the
at
pain,
punching.
falling forward and sinking your
She's got
blade deep
hands.
into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hmm. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do this.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Where's my... Pink, there was a pink layer too with a brag about.
It's not that. Okay.
Excuse me. Yeah, but I already slew the princess, sure. She also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here?
I can assure you that if he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can hear you. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill. Those are two. Let's say you died last time. We did our best with the information we were, and yet you
I like
still
the dude
died,
because
didn't
then
you?
stubborn dude
So
talks.
congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right, and I believe you. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any. Yes, but in this pure. Had you failed to slay the prince? Ugh. Enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Okay, let's. Wait,
Just be quick about it. Like I said, if she.
All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that in the world?
She just can't. Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions? There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Me. Just go kick her ass.
People locked her in that bed. Look. Oh, yeah. I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? I've told you everything. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay, proceed to the.
A warning. She will lie. Are you sure about that?
Lying, cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters, it's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you
Lay down.
broadly applicable advice.
Go lay down. Good girl.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already. The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your... That's because there's death. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
I care about whether I'm being lied
As
to.
do I. I'm not lying to you. You... Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been. So focus up.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the... This really isn't... You reach forward and rub your hand. It was there a second ago, and now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
It's the voice of the guy who wants to fight all the time. Stubborn about fighting.
Stubborn and just wants to win.
Yeah. Should I take the blade? I guess so.
Sure.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
We're being stubborn. We want a worthy foe. So.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is
She's
a
gonna
little
be
deeper,
buff.
almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
She's bigger.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
No fair, you got bigger and I didn't. She doesn't even have feet, she has fucking bull feet.
Yeah, she has like hoovy things.
Okay.
Like, please just join me.
I hope you heard all that, Mr. Narrator. This is a lot different than last time. This definitely happened.
Fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Ah. You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Can I turn it up just a bit?
Sure.
So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember.
It's honestly
you,
your
right.
voice that's louder
Best
than the game.
30 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
What if we free her now? Should I just fight her? Stubborn route.
Yeah. Do you?
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
We're getting fucked up.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor.
So
You can hear
fucked.
her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead.
Sorry.
But what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. So, think it through. Don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Yeah, our assholes are gonna get whipped open.
Don't listen
and
to
we're
them.
fine
She
with
understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
I think I should just go with the stubborn voice and attack her head on.
that. Didn't we do that last time, though?
It wouldn't let us do the same thing again, remember?
Okay, yeah.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan.
I
Push
just
off the
feel like
ground.
she's gonna
Ignoring
know
the pain
because
in your
first
ribs
round
as you
we did
charge
the
at the princess
like
once
charge about.
We stabbed her.
You can feel flesh give
A
way
bunch.
before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. Your weapon tightly lodged in the bone.
This is
of her
different. She
arm.
was turning it like into a
She
knife robot
raises
thing.
From behind her guard.
This time she's turning into
No,
a...
I literally mean like in chapter 1 we ran at her head on. Night 2.
We ran away in chapter 1, didn't we? First time we played? First time?
This round, you know how it restarts
Okay.
every time? Because she remembers, like, walking
Yes.
around. Yeah.
But that's why I'm doing it again.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying she's gonna block that because she knows how to
yeah.
fight.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
I feel like if we just keep listening to the stubborn voice, like that's a clear path to take, you know?
Yeah.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you? Dying and coming back, clashing against each other over the fate of everything. Forever.
Did she just admit out loud that she's gonna end the world if she gets out of here? She most certainly did. I hope you've made a mental note of that, hero. There's no more room for doubt. Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win. Even if it takes us forever to get there. Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee.
Getting spanked.
Ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
Ow.
We're fine! You have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
Lay down. Lay down. Stay.
We're fine.
I said we're fine.
We're fine too.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
Are you being metaphorical when you say that? I feel like we should just attack her again.
Sure.
I want to know these things.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like it also, the true end gets shaped by your choices in each individual routes.
Jumping the gun a little here. We each died once. Doesn't mean you're immortal.
How much more proof do you need? Would it help to watch me rise from the dead with your own two eyes? Fine. Go ahead. Stab me in the heart. See what happens.
The princess throws open her arms, exposing her chest. Is she really just going to let you slay her?
Excuse me.
Do it. Do it right now, before she changes her mind. Hold on. What if this is a trick? If she's leaving herself open like this, there's only one way we can strike at her. For all we know, she's 3 steps ahead of us. 3 steps ahead of us? Have you met her? This isn't a trick. And how would you know that? Because I wouldn't think to trick us, so why would she? That's a great point, so please stop hesitating and end this now.
How do I know you're not tricking me?
I'm not tricking you. I just don't want you to be afraid. It's boring if you're afraid. Neither of us can die in any way that matters. If you need proof, then take it.
The princess remains unflinching as you run her down, her stoic expression once again curving into a knowing smile as the pristine blade buries deep into her heart. Did she really just let us do
Yeah,
that?
because she knows the timeline's gonna reset.
Apparently, yes.
See you soon.
And then she stumbles back into the wall, the blade still lodged firmly in her chest. She collapses to the ground. She's dead. It's over. It's finally over. But it can't be over. She said she'd be back. I know that the two of you had some sort of weird bond, but look on the bright side. Now we don't have to die. Isn't that nice? No, it's not nice. I wanted to fight her forever. This is shit. It's not fair. Life isn't fair, but what's done is done, and whether you like it or not,
I wanted to fight her
the entire world is in
forever.
your debt for saving it from ruin. I'm sure in due time you'll learn to live with yourself. Let's just get out of here. Yes, that sounds like a splendid idea.
I think we're gonna watch her rise if we do that, maybe.
Fine. You remain where you are and watch over the princess's corpse. She remains dead. I'm telling you, she's coming back. She said she's coming back.
That's not what she meant.
She's not. She is. She's not coming back. She's dead. Your blade is embedded in her heart. You slew her. It's over. I don't know how many more times or how many different ways I need to express this objective reality before it finally makes its way through your dense skull. How many different ways have you got left to express it? Because it'll take a hell of a lot more to convince me that she's not coming back. Oh, I've got plenty.
Can the two of you stop arguing?
No! I'm not the only one who just
Aye.
saw her eyes open, right? What are you talking about? For the millionth time, she's...
Yes, I told you I'd be back.
alive. We're shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it! I told you all that we should believe in her. This is perfect.
And you waited for me. I knew I could count on you. I knew we were connected.
The princess staggers to her feet, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade you buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
So now I don't know how to beat her. That's the only way I
Know
can kill
what to
her.
do. But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle
At least
down.
that's when you
This
both
whole
die.
situation is coming dangerously close to
Just when I die.
She clearly
Yeah.
never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering. What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that. But you did say it, so it means something. Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her. Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
I lie, it's still true. I don't understand that. It's supposed to be a joke.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to think it.
What do you... Maybe I should do this one.
But you did think it, didn't you? I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it? Yes, like I said.
So he admitted that we have that power.
Thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober. So I was right! Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We we
I like how she's just standing there while I'm just
battle
battling
and
myself.
triumph.
Okay, wait, if he's gonna get a drink, that line is a little bit more weird than, maybe it's a throwaway thing, but it seems a little odd to say that because, like, they're all in my head, they can't go get a drink, you know what I mean? But if they are, it's okay.
Well, they've said many times that the narrators had like a
Potentially, yeah.
they're like, oh, you're just watching from wherever you are.
That might mess our theory up of him being part of our voices in our head.
But I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stall? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on. Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you. It's time. Yes, I suppose it is. If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out. I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
She's just
Don't
like
you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet.
waiting.
What comes next is going to last
Having just internal
forever.
dialogue.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. There's a lot of flowery description coming from someone who thinks he already knows how this is going to play out. Oh, indulge me, will you? Me knowing how this is going to play out is exactly why I'm being flowery. Let me have just this one thing, alright? Alright. Here it comes. The big finish. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess ready to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body and... Wait, no, really? What happened? Why did everything go dark? You died. That blow was apparently lethal. How anticlimactic. You don't get it, do you? We're not dead. We're stronger than this. So stop whining and get up. Saying get up is not going to change the fact that you're dead.
No.
Oh, it
Dense
is.
are you? Funny that you're calling me dense, when you still haven't figured it out. We can't be dead. We're just like her. All of you need to wake up and enter the new world. You know, maybe he has a point. If we're dead, how are we still talking? Because you being dead is reality, because it says right here that you're alive. That's right.
I thought I lost you there, but you've figured things out, haven't you? Good. The two
Yay.
of us can finally be
We
together.
found endless timeline of fighting.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to
Look at her
strike
face!
first, and sometimes
Ow!
she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again,
Oh.
and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all going to be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
What is this place?
Did we do this? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right. It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything. Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Princess stumbles and her body
I
slumps.
feel so tired.
You know, I got a chance to respond earlier, but it's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, where's that mirror again? Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for
What
me.
is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Screw that. This can't be. It just can't.
Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. At the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Doesn't matter how many times you go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
I like fighting you, ma'am.
I don't know. What do you think I should answer with?
Yeah, either that one or I just want it all to stop, but I think that we're bonding with her trauma bond.
Yeah.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by
In
compassion.
trauma bonding.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one.
Okay.
She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Figured out what you'll want when we've finished.
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You still not care what I bring you
I
next?
care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Oh. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels?
We will know when we near our destination. If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me.
I feel like I shouldn't say those things, because I don't really mean them. I don't want to kill them.
Yeah, I think it matters more than you think. Same way.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path
Another
in
one?
the woods,
You want to keep going?
and at the end of that path
Sure, we can
is
do
a
one more
cabin.
round if you want.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning. She will lie. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale. The blade is... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Hello?
Don't let...
I don't know.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could some...
I am begging you to...
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hmm.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I will
I'm
imagine
guessing
it.
we don't have the key?
Yeah.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the...
I'm not gonna go upstairs.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd attempt to make your way out of the basement.
It makes me
But
do
the
it
door
anyway.
at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a... Is someone else... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her
Hate
arm
when
to her
she does
mouth,
that.
her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
And now we can slay her because we saved her last time at this point.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I'm
I thought we
sorry.
had the upper hand, but it's an act. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth.
It's gonna turn into like a werewolf this time.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Kinda wonder what happens if I give up.
Want to do that? Go for it.
Are you serious? As what's left of your blood pools around you on the cobblestone floor, the blade falls from your trembling hands and clatters uselessly against the ground. I suppose you simply lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, nervously jumps at the blade and kicks it far away from you before retreating into a dark corner of the room. Her shining eyes watch you from the darkness, unblinking and curious as you bleed out. We can only hope the wounds you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, they'll kill her before she can reach the outside world.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
This is the end, isn't it? Before you can answer, everything goes dark, and you die.
East.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to
It's gonna kill me again.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess. Those are two very different... Let's say you died. We did our best with the and yet you still died. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any... Yes, but in this if it's the latter, do you think the people there lived happily ever on? All the more reason to keep our wits about us, should we even return to the cabin. We can find a safe little hole somewhere instead. You have to go to the cabin. If you don't slay the princess, she's going to end the world, which you're always going to be a part of, even if you're cowering in a hole. There's no escaping your responsibility here. Just be quick about it. Like I said, she just can. People. Look. Oh, of course you're special. Why else? Special can mean all sorts of things. Don't let it make you careless. We need clear thoughts and pricked ears. I've told you, if you want us to, not to sound like a broken record, you're afraid, aren't you? Just like us. Of course I'm afraid. Fear is an extremely normal thing to feel when the fate of the entire world is at stake. But that's not the only thing you're afraid of. You're scared of something worse. Stop projecting your neuroses onto me and just get to the cabin already. Great. Now, if you don't...
I just want to see what the cabin looks
She will
like.
lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered. She could have gotten out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Telling you, she's like not even in there. She's been hunting us the whole time.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
A fucking mirror.
The blade is your implement. There's definitely a... There isn't. What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened. We shouldn't waste time preening, but if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. Or it's dangerous. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? Very different.
It's actually not that different from last time.
I wonder why. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally so focus up. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really... It was there a second and now it's gone. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
She's gonna be like a furry.
She growls up the stairs.
Yeah.
I can smell you.
No.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe... You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a
Shit, she's
starlit
like a lion.
pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever.
We
You
know
brush
the jungle.
against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Probably should just move.
Yeah.
You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel...
How long is that chain?
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
Let's leave.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
I'll die if we do that. What do you want?
I want to swallow you whole.
Oh.
And I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her.
Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful.
She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
She is clearly not.
Or why? Why do you want to
Why
kill
does
me?
anything kill anything else? She needs to.
I didn't say I wanted to kill you.
It sounds like she wants to do something even
She's
worse.
gonna dolphin us.
What she wants only matters if she wins, and you're not going to let that happen.
She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on
Be
the back
somewhere else.
The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive.
It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Blind dead. Can't stand still. It's either survive or wait for her to strike and hit her back.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. We just have to stay alive.
If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired. We're going to slip up. We have to take a risk.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, touching her with her blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained
Actually worked.
surprise as she crashes into you.
Oh.
You're sent sprawling, and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness.
Ha! Look at that. We wounded her.
And she wounded us. Bad trade.
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you,
Oh.
more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery. You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a
That's wrong.
flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught. By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines,
Oh, okay.
spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor.
Fire.
The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was.
Sorry.
Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
Well, we're not dead. We're...
But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the wood.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
And this
stubborn
time
too.
we're not gonna run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning.
You felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly. She didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority. There's nothing
We already
worse
got
than
your
the
ending,
bully who
stubborn.
thinks they owe you.
Great. So you've been
We
here
need
before.
Hunting's ending.
That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed
We were
to have
hunted
been
before
here
too,
before.
but the thing
This
is, it's a
supposed
mix
to be
of
one
the
and
two.
done.
So it's
shut
like
up.
you get
The
like
boat's
multiple
fine.
voices out
You're
of.
the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here.
Now hold on. We're not just going to let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we? He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
So why does he sound like Crocodile Dundee now?
Like I said, we're going to fight her.
But we're so small.
We don't actually know how big she is. We just know she wants us to think she's big. And if she's going to treat us like prey again, then she is sorely underestimating us. One good wallop. That's all we need to put her on the defensive.
She's probably different than she was too.
Yeah, the path is different than it was.
Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess, before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much.
I'm not trying to... Sorry.
Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you, and for the rest of existence. But especially for you.
We don't need your pep talk. I'll make sure we pull this off.
Okay. I want answers. What's going on here? What do you know that you're not
I've
telling me?
told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage. If anything, I've told you too much. Like that grumbling voice said just a moment ago, you've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much else in the way of motivation.
What if we just leave? What happens then?
Yeah, she was still there last time. I'm not so sure she can free herself without our help.
Maybe not quickly, but it's inevitable. That cabin won't last forever.
And no matter what happens next, it seems like all of our answers are in the cabin. Let's see this through.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do.
We've already been over the plan. I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan. It's a better plan than you had last time.
I don't like this, but I'll try to keep us breathing. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one. Great. That mirror's back. And it's where the door is supposed to be.
What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Well,
Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and good. You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually.
That's new.
You bring your fist crashing down into the open hole leading to the basement. Throwing yourself backwards, tumbling headlong.
I should have known that was gonna happen.
If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the prince, as you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
Should be quiet. Say nothing and silently proceed.
You say nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into
she
the
has
basement.
good hearing though. She can fucking do that shit.
The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
Shadow's ready to fight. I don't think talking to her is smart. She's just gonna fucking kill us.
I feel like ready to fight's just gonna get us killed, but ready to try and move her out. Sneaky.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement.
What? You're gonna turn around the second she runs for us? You'll get us killed, you pathetic fool.
There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape.
Stop it! Fight her!
The conflict in your heart, though usually of little consequence, slows you down just enough. You don't make it into the tunnel before you feel her hot breath at your back, rushing up your spine and closing in on your neck as her teeth press into your skin. Death again.
Death doesn't come. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always get
It
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Well, screw the mirror. We just need...
Thing reeks of death.
Pick one.
It's the end for you,
Yeah.
but nothing.
Real death.
Screw that. This can't be real. It just can't.
Approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You've unraveled. You're decaying. Find yourself in the long quiet once again.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us
She
to
had
know it.
wings. You think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
You think anything's real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
You have thoughts on this vessel.
This one is consumed by instinct. A predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a bold heart. She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself. But she is only a voice.
Oh, they're like holding her hands there too. I just noticed. Like one of them's like wrapped around her hand. That's so cute.
Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
You know what's gonna happen when you awaken.
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into
This is
something
cool.
new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
How many more vessels?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Okay, yeah, so there's a lot of different ways you can end this then. The amount of what vessels you put in are gonna change your ending, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back, I'm just gonna stay.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you. I will see you when you return. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
The writing is so goddamn beautiful in this game.
Yeah.
Wow, she literally just killed my game.
Because we said we wanted to wait. We didn't want to go back. We didn't want to kill her. She closed the game because we wanted to wait.
This game is something really special, I gotta say. It's just
Bitch,
really...
I hope you auto-saved before closing that. Like...
It auto-saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was very good. I'm excited to finish it up and play more again.
Yeah, I don't know when we're gonna get a chance to, because we might not have a chance in the next 2 days before our trip. But
Probably not.
yeah, fun game, and I can't wait to return to it again. That being said, I'm gonna be hopping off. We're hopping off. Got some stuff to do. We gotta go to bed. Gotta be up early so we can drive the dog home. So she's gotta go back to grandma while we go travel. So then we can get her back again. Oh, I'm tired. Anyways, that's it for today's stream. So I hope everybody has a good night. Peace out.